Hi, this is Mike Rogers, attorney here in Cleveland, Texas. Uh, I want to talk to you today about the difference between probation and parole. A lot of people are confused about that. So I want to try to clarify that to you if I can. First of all, probation in Texas is not called probation anymore. It's called supervised release. Same thing, but that's what they call it. But when you're placed on probation for a criminal offense, you are given certain rules and regulations you have to abide by. By virtue of, and I'm still calling it probation, by virtue of getting probation, your sentence would have been suspended and you would be placed on that probation for a period of time, depending upon what is actually given to you by the judge or what a jury might recommend. Being on probation is something that is serious because you're required to avoid certain things like getting in more trouble criminally. You have to report to a probation officer, usually on a monthly basis. You have to pay probation fees. You have to subject yourself to random drug testing. Many instances, other special provisions are given, like staying away from certain places or people. There's a myriad of things that can be imposed. Classes, different kinds of classes, like involving battered wives or whatever, having to go to classes to try to control your temper. So it's a big deal to be on probation. But the main thing is, if a person is on probation, they need to abide by the rules, because if one does not abide by the rules that are given by the court, then the prosecution can file a motion to revoke that probation. And if that were to occur, that person would be required to come to court. They're usually arrested. Normally, unless it's a deferred adjudication probation, they can't make a bond, so they sit in jail until their case is called up. And when the case is called up, any one violation could result in that probation being revoked and that person going to jail. For example, if like on a DWI case, a misdemeanor, somebody might have gotten a 1-year sentence probated for 2 years. Well, they're on probation for 2 years, but if they violate within that 2-year period, then that could result in a revocation and they might have to do the full 1 year in jail. Parole, on the other hand, is a product of somebody going to actual prison. There are different rules in Texas as to the eligibility of someone getting a parole once they've been sentenced to prison. Certain cases require that a person has to do at least one half of the sentence in order to be eligible for a parole. For example, sexual assault cases, normally we call them 3G offenses, require a person having to actually serve that one half of the sentence in order to be eligible to get out on a parole. And once you're out on parole, well, then you got rules that you got to comply with, just like you do in probation cases. You're going to be reporting to a parole officer as opposed to a probation officer, but basically the same rules are going to comply or have to be complied with by someone out on parole. And if that person violates the terms of parole after they're released, then they're going to be subject to potentially going back to prison. So I just want to let you know that the best solution to this type of situation is don't get yourself in trouble whereby you're never going to have to worry about being on probation nor parole. Thank you.